So as promised, in this video I'm going to go through an example that's going to solidify everything that we've learned so far about the full economy. And as you can see, I've already gave you initial variables or initial numbers for these variables that you can plug in. So like always, CO is equal to 10 and IO is equal to 20. GO is equal to 25, XO is equal to 15, plus B is equal to 0.8, T is equal to 0.25, so we take 1 minus 0.25, minus M, which is 0.1, and then we don't have a Y, that's what we're going to find. So now that we have that, let's do the calculations. 10 plus 20 plus 25 plus 15. And what that gives us is 70. The things in the calculations inside the brackets would give us 0.6 when we take 0.8 times 1 minus 0.25 or 0.75. So that'll give us 0.6. So 0.8 times 0.75 is 0.6 minus 0.1 y. And that is equal to what we get at the end is equal to AE equals 70 plus 0.5 y. And that's the example. As simple as that. Now I know that you should know that we're not done yet. We still have equilibrium to take care of. And we know that in equilibrium, AE is equal to y. So we have AE equals y. And you know the process. You know what to do. I'm sure of it. The thing we do is we already found AE. AE is equal to 70 plus 0.5 y equal y. Now we can bring over the 0.5 y to have 70 equals y minus 0.5 y, which is equal to 70 equals 0.5 y. And if we divide both sides by 0.5, we will result in y equals 140. And again, you should expect to know that we're not done yet. The next thing we have to do is find the simple multiplier. And let me draw a good breaking line here. And the next thing we're doing is simple multiplier. Simple multiplier. SM. And I know that you are way familiar with this concept now. That simple multiplier is simply 1 over 1 minus z. And that is equal to essentially the change in the equilibrium spending over AE naught over AE naught. So yeah, let's get down to it. Just draw a line here. So now the case that we're dealing with is a full economy. So we're leaving nothing out in this video. Everything is included. So we have SM equals 1 over 1 minus, now Z would be 0.5 as we calculated, so we'll just plug in 0.5 and we'll get 1 over 0.5, which is 2. So our simple multiplier is 2. And the last thing I want to go through is savings. So again, this all should be reviewed to you. We've been through it, we've done it pretty much a lot of times already. So then remember the savings equals disposable income, the income we get after paying our taxes minus what we spend of our disposable income. And that is equal to C naught minus 1 over BYD, and I know that you remember that formula for sure. So we can further expand this 1 minus B and 1 minus TYD. Now this is something new. Or no, this is just a Y. So this is just a Y. So let's rewrite that again. It's minus CO plus 1 minus B 1 minus T over Y. Now this is something new. Before we didn't include taxes. So then essentially 1 minus T was 1 minus 0, which is 1 times Y, which is Y. But now we must include the factor of taxes now that we have government and stuff. So we include taxes. So using the numbers that we had before, we have CO is 10, so then there's also a minus in front of it, so then we'll just have to make it minus 10, and we'll have to add 1 minus B. Our B, remember, is 0.8, and our taxes were 0.25. Feel free to pause the video and try the example by yourself. It's pretty helpful to help you learn the material that I'm teaching you. And all this now is simple math. 10 plus 0.2 times 0.75, and this is y. And that will give us this is y equilibrium. It turns into equilibrium y. Don't remember why, but just have to go with the flow. Yes. So that 0.2 is essentially 1 over 5, and 0.75 is 3 over 4. So then I'm just doing math here. So then we found out that our y is 140. Well, actually, this is not the equilibrium. We just keep it as y. Forget what I said. This is just y. And well, never mind. Forget what I said again. This is actually equilibrium y, because we were doing equilibrium here, right? So then it's gotta be this has gotta be the equilibrium spending. So this will end up to be our equilibrium y, and this will all be equilibrium y. Sorry for the confusion. And this will simply be minus 10 plus 3 over 20, because we times it times 140, and that will give us negative 10 plus 21 equal to 11. So our savings, when we include taxes in a full economy, is 11. Now, one last thing I want to talk about is taxes, but I shall continue that in the next video because I feel like I'm running out of time.